Hello everyone, it is my great pleasure to present a research paper with the title of Chatbot for University Students Implementation and Evaluation. This paper is authored by Shaidah Jusoh, Kiat Woon and Hijab Alpor from Xiamen University, Malaysia. I'm Shaidah Jusoh is going to present this paper. Today, with the advance of chatbot technology, question answering chatbot has become one of the important applications in various fields. The chatbot can ensure users to receive some form of acknowledgement and prevents a breakdown in communications. Moreover, it allows users to quickly obtain assistance, contributing to improve efficiency and convenience in real time. So by deploying this type of chatbot, an organization or institution such as a university can offer a comprehensive conversational experience to its stakeholders. For the university, students are the main stakeholders. Without students, no university. Students always have many questions when they first start living at the university. In spite of the fact that students can obtain information from the university's website or university personnel, this is not always handy. There are many reasons for that. First, it's not easy to reach the right person at the right moment. They are not always available, and sometimes the information is not updated. Therefore, having a chatbot that is able to answer all questions at the right time is a better service to provide to students. In this study, we also include some other research work which is related to these developments of chatbot. For example, Hosworth 2015 developed a series QA systems. Tian in 2017 developed the API bot, a questioning answering chatbot to reply to queries about API documentations. In 2017, Q and the co-workers developed a hybrid e-commerce industry for the QA chatbot. In 2018, the researchers also developed a chatbot to provide replies to questions about healthcare and medicines. Surindram and co-workers and co-researchers in 2020 have developed a bus ticket chatbot, while Penn in 2024 implemented an AI chatbot for the service center website. In this study, we implemented a question answering chatbot or Q&A bot to answer questions from students. There are three main stages in implementing our chatbot. These include data preparations, chatbot development platforms identifications, and user experience study. In data preparation stage, we have identified four main primary sources of knowledge. These include frequently asked question pages, confessions pages, which are available at the social media such as Facebook, students' handbooks, which are documents provided by the university to students. And also we have conducted interview or survey with the students to ask students what kind of possible question they would like to ask. After gathered all this data, we have to conduct data pre-sourcing, where most of the sometimes the the data that we collected from the confessions pages, they are mainly in Chinese language. Therefore, we have to translate this into English language. After that, we have to categorize this data into 7 categories, which are general informations, admissions and programs, campus facilities, faculty and staff, student life and services, policies and procedure, as well as events and news. All these data are saved as knowledge to be stored in the knowledge base later. In this study, we utilize Microsoft Azure Connective Services, a collection of cloud-based API and services that allow developers to integrate artificial intelligence capabilities into their application without requiring deep knowledge of data science or machine learning. The chatbot creations include the integration of Microsoft Azure Connective Services as a key component, as shown in this figure. The constructed data, which is the question answer pairs, were uploaded to Azure as a knowledge base. Knowledge base then serve as a reference for the question answering process. Users can communicate, can give input through three main channels: Microsoft Teams, Facebook, and Telegrams. These platforms were chosen as input channels due to their popularity among university students. The collected input from these platforms will serve as a user queries for the question answering bot. Then the user queries obtained from the social media platform, for example, will be processed by using Azure Connective Service. The system then will utilize the uploaded knowledge to search for relevant answer. By utilizing the natural language processing and machine learning techniques, the system will identify the most relevant answers based on the user's queries. Then the output will be sent back to the users. Azure Connective Services for Language offers several pre-capabilities as shown in this screenshot. All of these capabilities were utilized in the development of our chatbot. To assess the performance of the chatbot, evaluation metrics were employed. Each question in the testing data was evaluated using the true positive (TP), true negative (TN), false positive (FP), and false negative (FN) metrics. TP represents the number of questions correctly answered by the bot. TN represents the number of questions correctly identified as answerable by the bot. These are instances where the question answering bot correctly acknowledged its inability to provide a response, while FP represents the number of questions incorrectly identified as answerable by the bot. These are instances where the bot erroneously indicates its ability to answer a question but failed to do so accurately. Fn represents the number of questions incorrectly answered by the bot. These are instances where the bot failed to select a response and replied before answer. In addition to TP, TN, FP, and FN, other evaluation metrics were also used to obtain a comprehensive assessment of the bot's performance. These include accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score, as shown in this formula. The obtained results for each evaluation metric were analyzed to assess the performance of the bot, as summarized in Table 1 and Table 2. Table 1 presents the number of TP, TN, FP, and FN for each category. Result shows that the bot obtained good scores in all categories except the faculty and staff-related questions. This scenario occurs due to the following reason: that the data we have collected is outdated or the stored knowledge is too generalized. Thus, the bot was not able to answer specific questions for related staff or for the faculty staff related question. Table 2 presents the accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score for each category. Based on evaluation metric for each category, categories such as campus facilities, student life, and services, the board demonstrates relatively higher score in terms of accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. This indicates that the board performed well in these categories, providing accurate and relevant answers to the users. It can be observed that questions related to the policies, procedures obtain the best for F1 score because the related information is highly structured. For example, when the question "what is the mark score to obtain a grade 8" is given, the board will retrieve information about a mark score and a grade, and this information is well structured and very straightforward. Therefore, the board was able to provide the answer accurately. Understanding the user experience of chatbot is essential in the context of providing services to users. Thus, we also conducted user experience study to assess usefulness of our chatbot by using administered survey. A survey questionnaire was designed, consists of several user experience questionnaire skills that can capture different aspects of user experience. The skills covered various aspects of the bot's user's experience, including attractiveness, perspicuity, efficiency, dependability, simulations, and novelty. Each skill is assessed through multiple statements, allowing participants to provide ratings based on their perceptions of the bot's performance in each area. The table shows UEQ skills and related survey question. Each UEQ skill contains 3 questions, and each question is asked to rate their levels of agreement using a 7-point scale. The scale range from strongly disagree to strongly agreed. To collect responses from survey, 14 university students from 5 different programs of studies were selected to participate in the evaluations. The table shows the obtained results, presenting the mean and standard deviation of each UEQ scale based on the responses of the participants. Attractiveness and perspicuity skills obtained similar mean score of 4.95. This means that on average, participants found that the bot's interface designed visually appealing and its response is clear and easy to understand. The relatively low standard deviations of 1.022 for both scales indicate a moderate level of agreement among participants with minimal variability in their perceptions. The efficiency scale received of 5.79, a higher mean score. This implies that the participants generally perceive the bot as effective in helping them find information quickly and efficiently. As a conclusion, the objective of this study to develop a chatbot that enables students to access reliable information and resolve common queries has been achieved. The system was built using Azure Language Studio custom question answering features and have been evaluated using 35 questions spanning 7 categories. The performance was assessed through metrics such as accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score, which demonstrated the chatbot effectiveness in delivering accurate and relevant responses within certain categories. Furthermore, a user experience study highlighted strengths in attractiveness, clarity, and efficiency, while also identifying areas for improvements, specifically dependability, simulation, and novelty, to further enhance the overall user experience. That's all my presentation today. Thank you so much for listening.